Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday, March 28th, 2024. My name is Sam Shalhoub, and it's time for your daily dispatch. So first up, we have, according to FX Hedge on Twitter, or X, the math does not add up. Stock gains are at odds with reality, economist David Rosenberg said. The stock market is at odds with what is going on in the economy. The latest market frenzy has shades of July 2007, when stocks were caught in a swift decline just 3 months later, and Rosenberg notes that the mania fueling gains is, quote, beyond the extreme. Is it a pump and dump in the stock market? How can a company like NVIDIA go up 270% in value in a 3-month period? It can't, at least not according to standard accounting practices. According to Peter St. Onge on X, in case you were thinking of retiring someday, bad news from Janet Yellen. Social Security and Medicare are now underfunded by $175 trillion. That comes to roughly $1.4 million per American household. And according to Peter, there are only 3 solutions. 1, slash beneficiaries. 2, massively hike taxes. Or 3, cut everybody's benefit to poverty level. We've said it many times. This is unsustainable, this particular monetary system that we're in. Let's not forget, President Trump essentially merged the Federal Reserve and the Department of Treasury back in March of 2020. I think that is still playing out, and as I've said many times, the switch is coming. And you know where I stand when it comes to assets, specifically gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Well, it looks like it's happening quicker now. According to a certain article, they were talking about Bitcoin and whether or not, if the entire grid went down, would Bitcoin have no value? Could you not transact it? And somebody put a search into Google and asked them that very question: what would happen if the grid went down? And the response was every government in the world would have to successfully coordinate simultaneously to shut down the internet, to shut down the entire internet everywhere and keep it off forever. Even in that improbable scenario, the Bitcoin network can be communicated over radio signals and mesh networks. Again, I believe Bitcoin is one of the pieces of the puzzle going forward in terms of the monetary system. And don't forget, if you go to samshalhoub.com, you can sign up to learn my Bitcoin classes. And I would encourage most everyone to do that. And again, this is not financial advice, it's just what I do. John Fetterman's back in the news. Now, what I find really interesting, it's saying that Fetterman is charting a different path. He's breaking away from fellow Democrats in the Senate. What I find interesting is that he was essentially far left, had some sort of medical problem, had a stroke, and all of a sudden when he comes back, he has no symptoms from the stroke, and all of a sudden he's America first or very close to it. Something is very fishy there, and I would love to hear what you think is going on with him. Letitia James is back in the news. She, according to Terrence K. Williams, she should be investigated for fraud immediately. Her net worth jumped from $100,000 to $15 million in 2023. Her net worth, $15 million. Annual income, $4 million. Other income, $3.9 million. Stock portfolio, $2.6 million. And her salary, $103,375 per year. Talk about suspicious. Well, I think we all know what's going on with her and probably most people in Congress, but I'm all for let's go after her and see what happens. There's been, according to Connecting Anons, 1,600 airplanes have been affected by the GPS jamming over the Baltic Sea in just the last 4 days. Is this another extension of what took place in Baltimore? Are there more things happening that meets the eye? It sure seems that way to me. And along those same lines, yesterday afternoon, there was a number of businesses and nearby schools that were evacuated, and dozens of emergency crews and other authorities responding to a massive explosion and large fire at a ComFuel gas station located in the heart of Bowling Green, Kentucky. People are running out of the buildings. Multiple streets near the scene were shut down, and the explosion was felt miles away. What's going on here? Sure seems like there's a lot of things happening in a very short amount of time. And on the heels of that story, one of our viewers, who will remain anonymous, is a firefighter in the Midwest. And he sent me a message yesterday saying that his dispatch paged their department yesterday to an intersection in this particular area in the Midwest to, quote, refill a steam locomotive on the rail with water from their tanker. And he further went on to say, you realize, Sam, how odd this is. They're using steam trains now across the country. What is going on? Seems highly suspicious to me. In Valley View, Ohio yesterday, a spontaneous combustion situation with raw wood products at a landscaping supply center caused a massive fire underneath the Valley View Bridge early Tuesday morning. Another fire spontaneously started. Something just doesn't add up. Talking about the Baltimore situation with the bridge falling, 2 of the fastest U.S. sealift ships are trapped by the bridge collapse. The blocked entrance to the port of Baltimore has stranded a total of 4 cargo ships that are on call to support our U.S. military operations. Still don't think this was a coordinated attack? Well, I got news for you. It sure looks like it is to me. But of course, I will keep an eye on it. So, that's all we have for today. If you'd like to support this channel, go to samshalhoub.com. There's many ways to do so. If you want to learn how to buy Bitcoin and hold Bitcoin, samshalhoub.com. And in the meantime, I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk again soon.